we'll finish out week two's work and we'll jump right into week three. So last part of week two here, let me make sure I label correctly. Week two, activity two, and discussion of activity two. Coco, no. Don't bury that there. Coco is burying her bone in my clothes. Week two, activity two, and discussion. We are building another model of a cell membrane. We'll get into that in a minute. We're going to take a photo of that and post it in our virtual notebook. Post a photo to our discussion board, respond to the prompts, and then we can all congratulate ourselves on week two's assignment. So you'll find week two's if you go to your Google site, your virtual notebook, portfolio. I haven't really settled on what we're calling these, but distance learning. Hopefully you did your notes. Week two, activity two, it's under the week two drop down. Again, you should have made a copy of the template I put out. If you didn't, then you are going to not find this information on there. So again, please listen to, follow directions. But most of you are doing great work on your sites and in your virtual notebooks. So we're going to make a cell membrane model here. And so again, I'll post this link to the classroom. But if you click here, cellular soap opera, click on this box again. And then this little square will appear up here. Click on that. It will open up this window. I've already got it open. Save some time on the bandwidth with loading. And cellular soap opera. Soap films can behave like membranes. This one needs some stuff. So dish soap, Dawn brand does seem to work a little bit better, but if you don't have Dawn, that's okay. Some water from your tap will work just fine. You don't need any sort of fancy distilled water or anything. Glycerin will make your membrane a little bit more manipulable. No need to go out and buy glycerin. If you don't have glycerin, you can just do soap and water. Your membrane just might not be as viscous. 2 drinking straws. Any 2 drinking straws will do. Maybe you got some from some takeout you've been eating the past few weeks saved in a drawer. 2 plastic drinking straws. We'll use straws for good this time. Scissors, some string or some yarn. I'm not sure what you could substitute as far as string. If you've got a roasting pan or something that is wider than the straws, that'll be good. 2 film canisters. I don't even know if you know what these are. But they are, or small sections of PVC pipe. You could probably use, what could we use? There's probably some, what would be a plastic, trying to think, not sure. Sharp knife or razor blade, please be careful. A sheet of black construction paper or other material. Pen or thin object, and optional is PVC cutters or a hacksaw for the PVC. Please be careful with sharp objects. Follow directions. Make your bubble solution. You could, if you don't have soap or if you don't have glycerin, if you've got bubble solution, this is pretty much just bubbles. So if you got bubble solution, you could use that too. If the homemade bubble solution will be a little more viscous, that is, you can manipulate the bubbles a little bit more. But let it age overnight for longer lasting bubbles. And if you have leftover, you can go blow bubbles. Maybe those make you happy during shelter in place. Cut the bottoms off the film cans. Use a sharp knife or a razor blade. Be careful, don't cut yourself. Fill the roasting pan with soap. Cut the piece of string and 4 times the length of the straw. Thread it through the 2 straws. Move the straws into the shape of a rectangle. This is going to be your bubble frame. Cut the excess string from the ends of the knot. And then you're going to create a little membrane film thing. To do, follow the directions, read through these directions. And there's some more information here. And more on the film canister, soap film on a can. If you click down here, it'll talk about what you might see as light through the membrane of the film canister. If you don't have the film canisters, it's okay if you skip that port. Try to focus on making the membrane model with the 2 straws and the string, and take a photo. Put your photo on your virtual notebook down here. Hi, Coco. And then respond to these 2 prompts. What do you think the film can represents in this model? And when using this type of model, it's important to consider both the similarities to a plasma membrane and the limitations of the model. What does this model represent in the viral packaging activity? So back to our model from last week. What does this represent in that model? This plasma membrane. Think about what we use cellular membranes for. And then once you've built your model, you can go ahead and post a picture. Tell me what you think about the film can. And again, what are the similarities and limitations of the model? And once you post a photo and some thoughts, that'll be activity discussion 2. So go ahead, 2 models this week. Again, try to be creative. If you don't have the materials on hand, don't worry about going out and buying them. Take a look at the photos. Again, try to be creative. Maybe you've got something else you could make a model out of at home with, let me think, you might be able to do this with maybe if you've got a bigger bubble ring, or other stuff to, I'm trying to think. I'm looking around my house. I don't know. Nothing's sparking my thoughts. But again, try to observe the bubble solution if you don't have the string and the straws and the film canisters. Try to observe that membrane and kind of how it looks and feels and what we notice about it. And that'll be week 2. Congrats. Keep up the great work, and have fun.